about. Here we are, back in Nordran one more time. I'm obviously just to the west of Torcot. I did a tiny little bit of work over in this forest biome. This is a sanctification, so obviously just a very small one. Really not very much to it. And then this path actually goes to a dock because there's no real easy way through. You could just squeeze past on the coastline, but I didn't want to manage the coastline to put in a proper path or anything like that, so it'll stay as it is. It's a little bit of a shame because when I was building this, like years ago, I put in this double stables, and it's like, well, there ain't nowhere for anybody to get a horse up here. You can actually ride all the way down this, but there's no way out when you actually get to the other end of the tunnel, the minecart ride. Well, there is maybe one way out, which I might look at doing, I don't know yet. There's I just randomly discovered a fairly decent set of tunnels down here, so I decided to do some decorative work, which I want to do on occasion. And then there's a second one down here. And then I think this one goes to a ravine. Yeah. No mine shafts, which was a little disappointing, I think. It would have been nice to have seen at least one. But, yeah. There's not much else down here aside from that. Maybe a little bit too elaborate for what's down here. Even if it doesn't really amount to much itself. But, I haven't actually fully explored it either, so who knows. That's the wrong way. So, doing this little bit tweaking, and I think I'm going to put a tower in there as my last little piece to go in this area. I didn't really do much here, but I just kind of put some lighting in, because it's a nice little flower garden enclosed in the, all the way around, which was cool. The only way in was actually through here. That's all natural. And then there's actually a much larger one over here. It's the same thing. The only way in is through this little opening, and then this is almost completely enclosed. There's just one piece over here which is a lot shallower. I mean, you can climb out in a number of locations, like a player can get out through here and stuff, but I think the average mob, once it was down in here, would be stuck, so I consider that enclosed. So, in terms of finishing this biome, a lot more of the road has gone in. Yeah, I think all of the roads in place now, all of the farms. Did some variation on a theme. I've used this kind of house before, but this time I put a little porch on, and the kitchen area is much bigger. Much smaller one over here. I'm not sure who tends these particular pieces of farmland. This is actually supposed to be the cattle ranch, so this is enclosed. You can't get out once you're inside, which except for that gate. I don't want to go overboard with any more farmland. I think it's got enough. I don't want to turn the entire biome into one giant piece of decoration. It seemed over the top. But I did decide, I put this river in. It's come down to obviously this natural lake. And then later on decided I would actually put in one more large house anyway. But it would go right over here, where it's quite out of the way from the rest of them. I'm okay with that, so that needs to be finished. This is as far as I got last night. I just need to put on, well, I think actually this may be finished. I may actually be closing these off with just simply fencing. Obviously still need to put the actual what? Fences in. Trapdoors, ladders, that's what I was trying to say. The only problem with these tight stairwells is, aside from not connecting to the floors properly, is there's nowhere to light them inside, because anything you place will be in the way of the player moving. A little unfortunate. So the tower won't take long in finishing that one either, and then I'm going to go over there and do something with the witch's hut. I have a pretty clear idea about what that will be. A little bit fiddly, but we'll see. And then one of the last things I did was, not the last thing, sorry, one of the last remaining things that I've done over this week. Just another, it was supposed to be like an inn, I think, but I just decided to turn it into more of a temple kind of religious style place because of this water pool, which I built this framing. This is natural, and I dug out a layer in the floor to pool the water. But there was sometime earlier in the week on Tuesday or Wednesday, I was somewhere doing something, I don't remember what, and I realized that a lightning strike before I turned the weather off had set this on fire. And it actually almost all gone, there was nothing left. The fire wasn't even burning anymore. And I was busy putting it back and looking at reference pictures for stuff, because this is old. This is like 4 years old or more. And so I was looking at some recent review videos which caught it in camera. And halfway through I turned around and discovered that this was in the process of burning down. It was almost all gone. And I just ran around knocking out the bits of fire that were still going. Hopefully tomorrow I will come over here and actually put the rest of it back in. I'll need to look at the references again, but that's why it's not being done on stream. I'll need to flick backwards and forwards too much, so I don't want to get too distracted, particularly if anybody's watching. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. I'm nearly done here, or at least I'm nearly done with this expansion work. I have a new idea for a building that's definitely going to go in over there before I leave this place. But I think I won't be starting that until next week, Tuesday. I've got enough to do that's going to keep me occupied over the weekend, or longer. What I have planned over there is probably going to be more than 2 streams worth. I shall say adieu.